All right, so I guess we should start then. All right, so of course some introductions. So hello to the 19 viewers who are up in this stream today. Thanks for coming over to join. Let's take a look actually at everybody who's here right now. Yeah, so that's a lot of the UPD peeps. Auto31, Earl Meds, Kishides, Project Mayhem, X Fainira, X Chamwell, Dark Retribution, Tonchi, and who else? Who else is here? I don't know if I missed anyone, but sige lang. Message along. But hey guys, so again, thank you for joining the preseason update stream. So it's been around for how long actually? How long has this patch been out? A couple of weeks maybe. And people have been
almost like
2.5.
Almost 3.
Yeah, so around almost 3
2.5
weeks with people experimenting right and left. And so, you know, with all of these huge changes that we've been seeing, we're going to be going about how you can build your own rune pages. I'm sure you guys have come across a lot of teammates who are still confused. And you might be confused too. Even I'm confused. I'm actually not here to teach. It's going to be Neep and Iconiq, who are our Oblation Esports boys. Of course, they're part of a collegiate team here locally in the Philippines, and they're going to be helping us out. Eco is, of course, their top laner, and Neep is their support and former pro player for several PGS teams, including Naga Esports and XHG, etc. So, yeah, say hi, guys. Say hi. Say hi to your fans.
You can go ahead, David.
Yeah.
Alright. Hey guys. Dude, I don't know how my hi should be. Should I just do
Without
a
gaming.
sup?
How should
Like a casual sup and head nod? Sup guys?
Yeah,
I don't know.
There you go. That looks good, man. That looks good.
But yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
How about
Hello,
you?
everyone.
All right, awesome. Hello to Zayer Ulrich. All right, so to the 20 viewers here. Before we begin, I think I'll have to make an announcement first. I had this Zoe giveaway earlier this week where I basically asked people to... Where is it? There it is. So it's on the screen now. So I basically asked people to them what makes Faker the greatest player of all time, and a bunch of people answered. Actually, there's like 44 comments. Sadly, I can't give, Zoe to all of you guys. A lot of you had some pretty good answers. I'll actually put in the best 3 answers on the screen right now. There. So these are the 3 guys who I thought had pretty much the best answers among everyone. And the winner that I chose, which was actually, it took me like a pretty long time to pick one, but the winner for the Zoe giveaway is this guy, right? Oh, wait. Did I show it properly? Oh, wait. I'm messing up. There he is. All right. So his name is Jake. J.O. Lake. DLC. So congratulations to this guy, because you won the Zoe giveaway. So good. And also, of course, thank you to everyone else who also joined. To the 44 other people who commented. You guys also had some great answers. Again, to the runner-uppers. I don't know what the plural of that is. Thank you guys for joining as well. As soon as Zoe comes out, of course, the winner will get the Zoe skin, or the Zoe champion. But for now, congratulations again. Thank you so much to everyone who joined, and we will move on to the actual preseason. So let's go over to my league client. All right, there it is. So before we get into anything, for those guys who actually are not even familiar with what has been going on with the stream, so let me go over to their website. So League actually has a dedicated website, if you guys don't know, showing the preseason. So it says here, preseason update, forge your path. And there's a small description here, so I'll just read this to you guys. We're combining runes and masteries into a single streamlined system that you can use to adopt and customize your playstyle in Champ Select. So Runes Reforged concentrates your pre-game power into a focused set of options, so every choice matters more. So there's 60 runes, and all of them are free. So you guys don't have to buy any of this. This is all completely free, and you can experiment with them anytime you want once you've updated your client. And you can see on the screen now, there's basically 5 different, what do you call these? I'm not really sure what to call them, but it's like 5 different paths that you guys could choose from. So there's Precision, which shows improved attacks and sustained damage. There's Domination, Sorcery, Resolve, and Inspiration. So those are the 5. And we'll get in depth with them on my League client right now. So how should we start? So we'll start, I guess, with building. Which role do you guys want to start with? You guys want to start from top to bottom?
Yeah, I guess top to bottom is probably the best way to go.
All right. So Iko, you will be the one to maneuver for this one. So let me go to my top lane page. All right. So it's completely blank. You guys can see there's a completely blank page right now for the top lane page, and maybe we'll start with giving you guys a champion. So maybe we start with who do you want to start with, man, for top lane?
I guess we can start with Maokai, because Maokai is such
the strongest champ.
Yeah.
Maokai
is a really fun champion. Requires a lot of skill, to become a good Maokai player.
That's true.
I love that champion. No, not really, but yeah. So usually, what you want to start out with is Aftershock.
All right.
The one in the middle.
So Aftershock.
Yeah, Aftershock, and then you go for Font of Life after.
All right, looking
Because
for Font of Life.
He's one of the few champions where Font of Life is really effective, because all of his abilities actually proc Font of Life, and he can get a lot of efficiency out of it because he technically scales with HP.
Yeah,
a lot. Like he just, he's a tank. So
yeah, just explain that. So it says impairing movement of an enemy champion marks them, and then your allies heal when attacking champions you've marked. All right, so that is Font of Life.
Yeah, so it heals them for like 5 flat plus 1% of your max HP. So it's a decent heal. You get like 12 or something when you have 700 HP. Anyways, yeah.
All right.
So
next,
after that, I feel like conditioning is the best one, just because it's better mid to late game, and usually that's where you already start piling on armor. The only time you'd actually want to get Mirror Shell or Iron Skin is if you're up against like those really big lane bullies, like your Pantheons, your Quinn, your Jayce. Yeah, but usually conditioning is really okay.
All right.
And the next, you get Revitalized. He's one of the few champions you want to get Revitalized on, because his passive is really easy to use. You can get it off at least 3 to 4 times in an extended team fight, and that gives you a lot of staying power in the front time. So yeah, Revitalize for him.
All right. So Maokai, so far you get Resolve, you get that Aftershock, Font of Life, Conditioning, and then Revitalize. So after that, what do you grab for that secondary path?
Usually you go Sorcery, because you want to have your Ultimate Hat and your Precision, because it's 10 free CDR at level 10, and you also get 15% CDR on your Ultimate as well.
All right, so Ultimate Hat.
So you get 55% overall. It's really good.
And okay. So you get the Ultimate Hat. What's the other one?
Transcendence.
Okay. All right. So the Ultimate Hat and Transcendence. All right. So that's more or less the page for Maokai. So what other top laners do we want to cover? That's quite different from Maokai.
Ornn. Ornn's really cool.
Yeah, Ornn's really strong right now, and he's one of the newer champs.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right. So do we start with Resolve too, or what's?
You go Grasp.
All right.
Grasp this time.
Oh, Grasp of the Undying. All right.
And then after Grasp, you go get your Demolish, Conditioning, and then Second Wind.
Demolish. All right, Conditioning, and then Second Wind. So after taking damage from the enemy champion, heal back some of your missing health over time. All right.
It's like a mini Doran Shield, so it's really efficient for taking trades. Helps you stay in lane longer, and Ornn can already stay in lane really long. So because he can buy items from wherever he is, so it just helps him stay. Because his level 1 is really weak compared to other top laners.
Yeah.
Like you never really get the chance to get level 2 first. So it's really good.
All right. So for secondaries though, what should an Ornn get?
Same as Maokai, you get Transcendence and you get your Ultimate Hat, because tanks really need their ultimates to turn the tides of fights, and 10% free CDR is really good.
That is true. All right, so aside from so just to go over it again. So for the Ornn mains out there, if there are already Ornn mains, that's Resolve. You go Grasp of the Undying, then you go Demolish. You go Conditioning, and Second Wind, and then you get the secondary, which is the Sorcery. You get that Ultimate Hat and Transcendence. All right, so what's our maybe the last top laner? What's another good top laner to cover?
I feel
think
like
The bruisers, right?
Yeah, the
Like
bruisers.
Jayce.
For Jayce, it's actually different because I tried out 3 different pages on him.
Oh.
One was the Electrocute, one was the Press the Attack, and the other one was Airy. For Jayce, Airy is really good. Like for lane bullies, for top lane, you want to get Airy,
All right.
but for bruisers, you want to get Press the Attack. So we can actually tackle both of them if you'd like.
Yeah, sure. Let's go for that.
All right.
Which one do you want to go first?
We can go for, I guess, lane bullies first. Like
All right.
Jayce.
All right. So for Jayce, we go. Is that the precision page you're talking about?
Airy. You go Airy
Oh, okay,
on
okay.
Jayce.
Sorcery. So first will be Summon Airy. So I'm sure a lot of people are already familiar with this. It's that little cute thing that flies to your opponent when you hit them with an attack on their ability. All right. All right. What's next?
Yeah, so next is Mana Flow Band because he always has mana problems.
Yeah, that is true. Mana Flow Band.
Absolute Focus as well because usually if you're a good Jayce, you don't really lose that many trades, so you should always be like 60 or 70% HP.
That's true.
And then you get your Scorch.
Scorch. All right. First ability hit every 20 seconds burns champions. That does make sense. And for the secondaries,
So you have a choice here whether you go into the Domination tree where you get Taste of Blood and Eyeball Collection. You can also go Sudden Impact Eyeball Collection for
okay.
Jayce, just to
Taste
try
of
to
Blood.
max out the amount of damage you get.
All right. So just to read that out, if you guys don't know eyeball collection, so this one you gain permanent AD or AP adopted for each eyeball, which by the way you get for champions or collect eyeballs for champion and ward takedowns. So just to make it clear to everyone though, because I don't think it's clear to everyone what takedowns means. Could someone explain that to the viewers? Like what does a takedown mean?
It counts as any kill or assist.
All right.
Or
So
turret.
first of
Or
all,
turret.
kills and assists. Yeah,
Or
or turrets
turrets.
as well.
Okay, so as long
Yeah,
as you get a
turrets.
as long as you get a turret, a killer, and assist, you get that eyeball for eyeball collection, and then, like Iko said, you can go either Taste of Blood, which heals when you damage an enemy champion. What was the other one aside from Taste of Blood?
You get
Was that Sudden
Taste
Impact?
of Blood or Sudden Impact. Yeah, any of the two, and then Eyeball Collection because you want to maximize the amount of DPS you get.
All right, that's true. Okay, so just to go over it for the Jayce mains out there, you go Summon Aerie, Mana Flow Band, Absolute Focus, Scorch, so really good damage and harass there, and then you got the Domination for secondary, which is Taste of Blood for some heals, or you could go Sudden Impact for extra lethality, and then of course, just like we said, the Eyeball Collection for gaining some of that 80 AP. All right, so what's our next champion?
Last champion I guess would be either Fiora or Camille.
All right.
So yeah, you got Press the Attack.
All right, so Precision, press the attack.
Press the Attack.
All right.
Triumph is really good. Really helps you snowball and helps you dive the enemy. Because if you get the kill on time, you might get enough HP to actually take that extra turret hit or all of those things. Overheal seems like it's good on paper, but it's not really that big. Because you need a lot of base HP to actually make use of it, and aside from having a lot of base HP, you need a lot of lifesteal, so it's not really something you'd want to get.
Yeah, that's true. So Triumph, takedowns restore 50% of missing health, and then what is next?
I feel like Legend Bloodline or Legend Tenacity are the best ones because you already get attack speed on Fiora and Camille.
Yeah.
So usually Tenacity helps you survive a little bit longer, especially in case there are those situations where you want to go Ninja Tabis.
Yeah.
So you still get the Mercury Treads while also getting Ninja Tabis as well.
All right. So after that, so Legend Tenacity or Bloodline, which grants you lifesteal, and for the last,
You just get coup de grace. Coup de grace is really, really strong.
Ah, there you go. Alright, so for that extra damage to low health champions. So press the attack, Triumph, Legend, Tenacity, and Coup de... I don't know how to pronounce this. Coup de... And for the secondary one, which would we go for?
We go for domination. Wait, we're making one for them. I feel like it kind of depends on what you really want. Because like domination helps you snowball, but resolve helps you split push better.
Ah, yeah, that's true.
So like, yeah. So it's a real toss up because like I feel like eyeball collection is really good together with so then impact or taste of blood for Fiora, but resolve is also really strong because you get tankiness and you can get second wind, which helps you lane. Because bruisers aren't as strong as they were before because it's a mix between tanks and lane bully, so they're kind of in a rough spot right now.
Yeah. So if a Fiora player went for domination, what kind of Fiora player is this? Is it the one that doesn't want to split push? Kills.
It's the one that wants to, dominate. It's pretty obvious.
Dominate
but,
the lane.
You want to snowball really, really hard in the laning phase, but you're gonna have a harder time in the 4-1. Usually, you pick domination if you have a winning matchup.
All right. So that makes it clear. And then, so if they don't go domination, let's say it's a losing matchup, or they don't really wanna, go all out. What should they go for? That's resolve, right?
Resolve, yeah.
All
resolve.
Right. So which of these in resolve should they get?
In resolve, they should just get second wind. Second wind, demolish.
Alright, so that's demolish. Charge up a powerful attack against a tower, and second wind is here. After taking damage from an enemy champion, heal back some of your missing health over time. Alright, yeah, that's good sustain, and then you've got the damage against towers. So that does help with split pushing. So one thing to learn from this page out there for you guys, which I think Neep was also mentioning before, is that you don't necessarily want a single rune page for a single champion. You gotta adjust depending on maybe what kind of playstyle you have or the opponents you're up against, but we'll get a bit more into that later. So just to recap on this Fiora page, so that's press the attack, Triumph, Tenacity, Coup de Grace, or however you say that, and then for resolve, if you want to go split pushing, that's demolish and second wind. Alright, so I guess we're done with top. Now we go over to jungle, I guess. And just to take a look at the peeps over here on the chat. So hello guys. What's this guy? Swars Frost, Wardlocker, sorry. Grab a backwards, Xayah Ulrich, Tectonic Hype. Yeah, there you go. And then you guys are actually right. I did not change the game category. Good point. There you go. It's fixed. And I'll actually open the no. You guys actually have a chance to win mystery gifts. So I shall open up the raffle. So just type exclamation raffle if you guys want to join, and then I will pick the names later. But alright, so let's go over to jungler now. And alright, let me save this. I'll name it Fiora. Fiora split push. There you go. Alright, so who wants to take the jungler? The jungler one.
I guess that's still me.
Alright.
Right?
Alright.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Alright, Iko, guide us through the jungle. Which champion do we want to grab first?
Well, I want to go with my favorite jungle champion first, which is Lee Sin.
Alright, Lee Sin.
Yeah, Lee Sin's really strong.
Alright.
He's stronger than he was before because he can snowball harder.
Oh yeah, that's true. It does seem like it. I felt it. Alright. So how do we start off with a Lee Sin page?
So first of all, like there was a question earlier about Electrocute. Electrocute's still good, just like David said in Twitch chat. It's those champions that rely on all-ins. It's really good. So Lee Sin is one of those champions. So you get Electrocute on him.
Alright, Electrocute.
Sudden Impact is also really good because it works off your Q and your W. So it increases the execute damage by giving you bonus lethality.
That's true.
And then Eyeball Collection just because you want to get more AD out of it.
Alright.
And then Relentless Hunter because you want to start moving around the map faster.
Right. So granting out of combat MS. Yep. That looks good. And then for the secondary, what should they go for?
I personally like getting Transcendence. Transcendence. It's either Transcendence or Ultimate Hat
Oh,
plus
okay.
Water Walking.
Water walking. All right. So gain
Yeah,
MS
because Water
and
Walking
AP
is.
or AD adoptive in the river. Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, that does make sense. All right. And then either Transcendence or the Ultimate Hat. So,
Yeah, because you get 10% from Warrior and 20% from your Black Cleaver, so you still have a missing 10%, which Transcendence technically fills out. But Ultimate Hat also gives you more playmaking ability
Yeah.
if you do go for a full 40% CDR build.
that's true. So, all for
Yeah.
those extra alts that you guys can use for those, what do you call them? Dragon Lee kicks and stuff. So, just to go over that again, that's going to be Electrocute, Sudden Impact. It's actually pretty much a straight line after Electrocute. Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection, and Relentless Hunter. And then you go either Ultimate Hat or Transcendence for that extra CDR, and then of course Water Walking, so you get the speed in the river. All right, so that's for Lee Sin. What's another jungler champion that we should look at?
Hecarim. Everyone wants to play Hecarim
Okay.
because he has Predator. Yeah, so you get your Predator for your Hecarim, then you also get your Sudden Impact again.
All right.
Eyeball Collection, Relentless Hunter. It's almost the exact same thing.
Yeah.
You just change it to Predator
Yeah.
this time.
All right. Predator, and then for the secondary, what should they go for, or is it also
For
the same?
this- For the secondary, I like Water Walking personally also on him, but you get Celerity instead of the Ultimate Hat
Ah.
or Transcendence
What does
because you
this
want to
do?
get more AD off of your movement speed.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That does make sense. So gain 4% extra MS, gain extra AP or AD adaptive based on your bonus movement speed, and then Water Walking. All right. So nothing really much changed from the Lee Sin one. You just get Predator instead of Electrocute. I think that's self-explanatory why you would do that. It says here, add an active effect to your boots that grants a large boost of movement speed and causes your attack or ability to deal bonus adaptive damage. It's like this was built for Hecarim, so that does make a lot of sense. And then Celerity, Celerity and Water Walking. So that's Lee Sin and Hecarim down. Who's our next champion?
For Elise is also pretty good.
Oh.
Elise is I feel like we have Elise here, but I think it's pretty similar to. It's actually the same page as Lee Sin, so you just change the Relentless Hunter to Ravenous Hydra. Hunter. So I think would the chat want to ask about any specific jungler? Since it's exactly
actually.
the same page.
Do we have any
anyways.
junglers
Yeah.
out there? Maybe you guys wanna request one. Let me see my script actually. It says here we could. Is Jarvan much different?
Jarvan, you go Electrocute.
It's Electrocute, yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's pretty much similar. What are the tanky junglers out there? Maybe we can cover a jungler page.
I guess Gragas. Gragas is one that.
yeah, Gragas.
Yeah, he's still around and he's still really strong. I think for Gragas you run something like Aftershock.
Aftershock,
okay.
and then
I'll go to Resolve.
So you'd pick up something like
Font of Life or Demolish. Because Demolish actually stacks together. So like if your entire team has 5 Demolishes, you can just destroy the turret really easily just by getting all of your Demolish procs off. But I think Font of Life is really good because 3 out of 4 abilities do proc Font of Life.
All right. So wait, let me just recap that. So for Gragas jungle, Aftershock, Font of Life, and then what's next? What should we get?
Again, like Iron Skin depend. I feel like Iron Skin's pretty okay
All right.
because it helps you with your initial jungle clear. But if you won't get punished that much, then you can also go conditioning.
Okay.
Like I don't see any reason why you need the mirror shell because it doesn't really help with your clears.
All right. So Iron Skin for that
Then-
early defenses, conditioning if it won't be so hard. What's the last one?
Revitalize is really good
All right.
because you get bonus HP from your passive.
Okay. So heals and shields, 5% stronger. And then for secondary, What would be a good page?
I still like water walking and ultimate hat on him.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
water walking is free movements, free boots of speed at the start of the game. So it makes you really fast and gives you free damage.
All right. So
And then
water
ultimate
walking.
hat for more playmaking ability as well.
Yeah, similar to Lee Sin. So again, to recap for the Gragas guys out there, Aftershock, then Font of Life, you've got Conditioning and Revitalize. And then, of course, for the junglers who like to use their ults for playmaking, you've got Ultimate Hat and Water Walking for that extra speed in the river. Alright, so I think we're good for junglers. We've covered... Oh, wait, okay.
Yeah.
Nona Kiss Mias. I'm going to say it like that. I know that's not how you want it pronounced, but I'm going to say it like that. He's requesting Cho'Gath jungle. How would we build a page if it was Cho'Gath jungle?
Cho'Gath jungle, if ever you would build Cho'Gath jungle, Aftershock is still the way to go. Like, there's no chance. You won't actually get any stacks on your grasp, so it's pretty useless. You get Font of Life.
Okay.
I feel like Font of Life or Demolish. It's pretty good.
Okay. And then...
Although, in theory, you could get Unflinching because you'll always have your smite ideally down in a team fight, so you have free tenacity. But I feel like Demolish is just way too good.
Okay. So Demolish,
Then-
Aftershock.
Yeah, same train of thought for Iron Skin and Conditioning,
Okay.
and then Revitalize as well because you get a lot of free HP from your Carnivore.
That's true. Alright, so Aftershock, Demolish, Conditioning, Revitalize, and then how about the second one? For the second
Ultimate Hat and then your Water Walking again. Because
okay.
Water Walking is only efficient on junglers and mid laners that roam a lot.
That's true. Alright, so to the guy who asked for Cho'Gath, that's the recommended page from Iconiq over here. So again, that's Aftershock, Demolish, Conditioning, Revitalize, and then you go Ultimate Hat, of course, for the ult of Cho'Gath and Water Walking. Alright, let's take one last request. This one's from Chrome PH. Have you covered Sejuani jungle? Alright, these guys want some Sejuani.
I think Aftershock, it's just the same Aftershock,
Yeah,
and then you get
Aftershock's
Font
still
of
the way
Life.
to go.
Okay.
Font of Life this time because you have a lot of slows.
Okay.
You have slows, stuns, a knock, a dash, an ult. So it's like Font of Life, same train of thought with Iron Skin and Conditioning.
Alright.
But this time I think you get... I really don't know because the thing is, Revitalize isn't as strong on Sejuani, neither is Second Wind. But I feel like the lesser of the two evils is Revitalize because it actually works with, in case you have a team healer, you know.
Okay. Actually, I have a question then. Is there any situation where the jungler will take overgrowth? Like, is it a good thing
No,
at
I
all?
think overgrowth is something you only get if you're playing tank plank or a really hard split pusher. That's the only situation you'd actually get it. Either tank plank or... Because you need this. The only time overgrowth is efficient is if you're in lane compared to when you're in the jungle. Because there's always a constant flow of minions to give you maximum HP.
Alright. So that's Revitalize. And then does it go the same for secondary? Ultimate Hat and Water Walking for Sejuani?
Yeah, you need your ult, and then you need Water Walking to help you respond faster. Yep.
Alright. So that's pretty much it for junglers, guys. Sorry, that's all we'll cover for junglers for now, because you gotta move on to the other roles. So let me save this. I'll name it Sejuani. Alright. Now we move on to our mid laners. So I'm gonna like this. Who will cover this one? Eco or Neep?
We can split it.
Yeah.
I'll take
Sige.
this out.
Alright.
Mid laners in the pool.
If you guys have any questions,
Honestly,
just
I'm not
bring it
really
up in
sure
the
where you
chat.
start with mid laners.
We'll
Like,
try to answer.
I guess mid lane suggestions.
Alright, so
Yeah.
any mid lane suggestions? Alright, while we're waiting for suggestions.
Talon mid.
Oh, there,
Alright.
yeah. Doya
The
requested
Kappa.
Talon mid. Alright. Oh, there's
Talon.
Talon's a electrocute.
Talon's easy.
That's a electrocute page.
Alright, so
Electrocute,
start
you
with
get
Electrocute,
sudden impact.
and then
Yeah, sudden impact and
Impact.
electrocute
Relentless
are most
Hunter.
likely. Yeah.
Okay. And then what's next? There's Eyeball Collection.
Where are
probably?
you already?
Oh, the third one. Yeah.
And then and then Relentless Hunter.
Eyeball Collection, and then Relentless Hunter. Yeah, I think that's pretty straightforward. So to the one requesting Talon, that's Electrocute. Makes sense. And then Sudden Impact, of course, for that little jump he has. You've got Eyeball Collection.
On your Q and E.
Yeah, for Q and E. And then you got Eyeball Collection, of course, because you want to stack that permanent AD. And then Movement Speed, because Parkour is straightforward. But for the secondary, what should they get for Talon?
You have two choices here. One is Precision, one is Sorcery.
All right.
Because I like getting Scorch plus Ultimate Hat on Talon. It's either Scorch, Ultimate Hat, or Scorch into Absolute Focus.
All right, let me see what these do. So Scorch or what's the other one? Sorry.
Absolute
Focus. So for Scorch, that's first ability hit every 20 seconds burns champions. So that's like if you're really confident, I guess, to harass in lane. And then what's the other one? Absolute Focus. So while above 70% health, gain extra adaptive damage. So which would you go for then, like depending on the situation? Which situations do you go for what?
I go for Sorcery when, Sorcery is stronger for snowballing. Because it gives you so much lane dominance compared to getting Coup de Grace and your Triumph. It's just that you usually get this to win mid, but if you don't really if you're already confident in your matchup and don't need to win mid, you can just get Triumph and Coup de Grace so that you can snowball more because you get bonus 25 gold, you can roam more. It's either or.
All right, so that's Triumph, restore 50% health on takedowns, and then Coup de Grace, deal more damage to low health enemy champions. So again, to the guy who requested Talon, I can't trace back your name, but just to recap, that's Electrocute, and then Straight Line Down. That's Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection, Relentless Hunter. And then you can go for Sorcery. You can grab the Ultimate Hat and Scorch if you really want to win mid lane hard. But if you're not so, or rather, if you're already confident, you can go Triumph and Coup de Grace down the Precision line. So that's it for the Talon page. I hope you guys got that.
Oh, wait. There's also another thing. There's the Black Cleaver stacking. So they can actually go for Transcendence and Scorch.
Oh, okay. So Scorch and Transcendence. There you go. Yeah. So if you guys want to go for Black Cleaver stacking with the CDR, that's Transcendence, and Scorch. That's another option you guys have.
And then you get like four Black Cleavers maybe, and then one tier 2 boots, one lethality item, and you can one-shot anyone with 4k HP.
All right. So who's our next mid laner? Maybe we grab a mage from the chat. I think someone mentioned one. Orianna. That's a pretty standard mage. So who wants to cover this one? Orianna mid lane.
Orianna, you probably just run so you just run Airy. Like Airy is so strong right now in the meta. So it adds a lot to your pokes, to your trades in lane every time you use your Q. And then like later on in the team fights, the shield adds up. So you get Airy, you run Ultimate Hat since Orianna's all about the shockwave.
That's true.
I think Transcendence is pretty strong on her. Where like it lets you just gives you the extra cooldown reduction, and then any extra cooldown reduction you build helps quite a bit.
All right.
Then for the last one, I'd say probably Scorch, to be honest. Yeah, I'd probably run Scorch. But like there are a lot of options because I think Mana Flow Band is also good on Orianna. If anything.
Use your mana.
So lots of options there. Yeah, the one that provides mana regen helps with your laning phase quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess you guys be the one to adjust
for
that.
The
secondary.
Yeah. I guess it depends on what you value more. Do you value your early game trades, or do you value the late game ultimates more? So
so if it's
that's
early
the
game,
trade-off between Mana Flow and Ultimate Hat.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So for secondary page though, for the secondary route, what should an Orianna go for? Let's see.
For the secondary route, I think there's a lot of options, to be honest. You could probably get away with running Domination, where you get something like Cheap Shot or Taste of Blood. Like the thing with the secondary tree, a lot of the time it's purely up to personal preference. Some people will run Precision where they get Triumph and Coup de Grace and look to just
okay.
get the extra gold and extra HP after every fight
Yeah.
and do extra damage. Or some people might value Taste of Blood to help with trades and like the Zombie Ward to like help with map control.
Yeah.
Or some people might go like Inspiration. Like something in the new meta is that it's always up to go whatever you like. Just run whatever you want.
Yeah. So it really depends on the situation.
Honestly, yeah, it depends on the situation. I don't think there's anything extremely optimal in Orianna's case.
All right. But one of the ones we mentioned, so you could go Triumph, Coup de Grace. You could go Domination, Taste of Blood, Zombie Ward. You could go Inspiration. For Inspiration, if it's secondary, what would they get?
Inspiration, I'd probably get the what do you call it? The one that
Stopwatch.
Stopwatch is okay because then
Perfect
it
timing,
does let you build into the hourglass a lot faster, and it also reduces the cooldown on your hourglass. So if you're against a Zed or a Talon, Stopwatch is a good investment.
That's true.
Yeah.
So perfect timing, and what's the next one? Magical footwear. There's what else is there?
Magical footwear is alright. The one at the very bottom that provides 5% to everything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Cosmic
5%.
Insight. Yeah, so Cosmic Insight.
Magical footwear isn't that optimal though. Like, I feel like getting boots is better, or getting the perfect timing, because it's 600 gold worth at 6 minutes compared to 300 gold at 10 minutes plus 10 movement speed. It's a really bad trade-off if you ask me.
All right, but that looks like okay. So perfect timing and Cosmic Insight.
And yeah, that one looks better.
All right, what other mid laners should we cover? There's a bunch of people here with some suggestions. I think someone mentioned Aurelion Sol. How would
Sol?
So how would you build the Sol page? All right, Aurelion Sol.
Phase rush. You really need. This is the exact same thing. You need your Storm Raider search, so you obviously get phase rush.
Okay. So phase rush, hitting an enemy champion with 3 separate attacks or abilities grants a burst of movement speed. Yep. Okay. Then what's next?
I think either Mana Flow Band or Ultimate Hat.
Okay. So mana flow.
Yeah,
Band or
because
Ultimate Hat.
Aurelion Sol has mana problems really early on in the game.
Hmm.
But the Ultimate Hat can come in pretty clutch when you have 55% CDR on it. It becomes let me do the math. You get it at 44 seconds.
Wow.
So it's pretty useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite nice. All right.
I mean
so mana
36.
flow
You get it
band,
at 36 seconds. It's pretty strong.
Ultimate Hat or mana flow
Ultimate
band?
Hat. Yeah. Then Celerity, obviously, because you need.
Okay.
You have to use the thing that makes you the Comet of Legend that lets you phase through stuff and get a lot of movement speed. Then Water Walking as well.
All right.
He's one of the few mid laners that actually gets Water Walking because he's very roam oriented.
That's true. All right, and then for secondary, what should they get?
I think you want to build on the movement speed thing, so you get Relentless Hunter.
All right.
On Domination, and then
Relentless.
I think
Oh, there it
if
is.
you're going for like the really early Rylai rush, Cheap Shot is good. You can also go eyeball collection, because it's really easy to get eyeball collection as Ausol because she'll be roaming around mid and top a lot. So you'll be able to stack it up faster than most mid laners.
That's true.
So eyeball collection is also okay. Yeah, I think Relentless Hunter is a must, and then it's just a toss up between Cheap Shot, eyeball collection, and Taste of Blood.
All right. So for the person who this is Grab Backwards, I think, who requested this. So if it's Aurelion Sol, you got Phase Rush, you got Ultimate Hat or Mana Flow Band if you're not so confident with the mana problems. That's Celerity for the movement speed, Water Walking for more movement speed, and then you've got Domination, Relentless Hunter for more movement speed, and then you could go Eyeball Collection or Cheap Shot or Taste of Blood. All right. So we've covered. What have we covered? We've covered Orianna. We've covered Aurelion Sol. How about we go for and we also covered Talon, so that would be similar to Zed. So I guess we don't need to talk about Zed. But okay. So someone's requesting Azir. how would you build an Azir page? I'm actually interested in that. Who wants to cover that?
Like, some people have been running lethal tempo on Azir, but I feel like at this point, Aerie is the better choice.
Okay.
Because like if you think about it, lethal tempo allows you to attack a lot faster with your soldiers, but there's not that many opportunities as Azir where you're able to constantly attack in one place. So most of the time, getting the extra poke damage with Aerie is summon Aerie is a lot better.
All right.
In my opinion.
So summon Aerie and
then the page would be pretty standard. You get mana flow band, I think, and then you get Scorch. And mana flow band, Scorch, and you can also probably run. I think I like Celerity. I think the movement speed's pretty valuable on Azir in my opinion.
Okay, so Celerity.
So that quite a bit, yeah.
Would you prioritize that more than Transcendence?
I think so.
But
the thing is, like,
it
depends on your build. Yeah, because it depends on the Azir build. Because some people go
Morello,
Nashor's Morello, and then if you're Nashor's Morello, you're already at 40%. So then the blue buff kind of adds a bit to your damage. But most people kind of don't build Morellos anymore. It's usually just Nashors into Rileys.
Okay.
And then Hourglass and stuff. So I think Transcendence isn't that important in that case.
Okay. So that's Summon Aerie, Mana Flow Band, Celerity, and Scorch. And then, what's the secondary one? What should they build for the secondary routes?
Secondary on Azir, I'd probably pick up Inspiration, to be honest, Stopwatch, because a lot of people build Hourglass on Azir. Stopwatch and Cosmic is the best way to go.
Alright, okay. So, who was this requesting for Azir?
Something that is good about Perfect Timing is that it reduces the cooldown on your Hourglass.
Yeah.
By 20%. Yeah,
that's huge.
So the 20% adds up. Yeah.
That's pretty.
So if you're ever playing a matchup where you can get assassinated and you have to build Hourglass, it's always a good idea to get Perfect Timing.
Alright, so that's, again, for Grab Backwards, requested Azir. That's Summon Aerie, Mana Flow Band, Celerity, Scorch, and then for the secondary, you've got Perfect Timing and Cosmic Insight. Alright, so I think we're done for mid lane. Let me just save this. I'll call this one Azir. And, alright, so now we go to Neep's hometown roles, which are the bot lane. So we've got ADC and support. I guess we cover ADC first. So what AD carries should we cover first?
Alright, so there's a lot of strong AD carries. I guess we'll try to just... Most of them fall under the same kind of build where you get Prestige attack. So I guess we can kind of group them into different categories. So I guess let's start with the most interesting one, Ezreal.
Alright, so how do we build for this guy?
Yeah, Ezreal has the highest win rate. He's the only champion, maybe aside from Sona, that can run Kleptomancy. Well, maybe Gangplank as well.
Okay. So you go Inspiration.
So for Ezreal, you don't run Inspiration. You get Kleptomancy, and that's really strong since your Q procs. It lets procs off your Q, so you're getting free potions
and gold.
You also get Biscuit Delivery.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the thing with Biscuit Delivery is that it gives you more mana in lane. Like as an Ezreal, you really want that mana.
Alright.
I think you also want to pick up Futures Market, because the thing is, Ezreal is very power spike reliant. So if you think about how Ezreal works, you're strong when you get your tier, you're strong when you get your Triforce, and like the Futures Market lets you buy your tier a lot faster than you would be able to. So that's why I personally like Ezreal. That's why I like Futures Market on Ezreal. And then for the last one, Cosmic Insight is just too good to pass up on.
Okay, so that's...
adds a lot to your...
Klepto, Biscuit Delivery, Futures Market, and Cosmic Insight. Can you guys actually explain the Futures Market to me a bit? Because I've seen it in action, but I actually don't know how much you can borrow, like how much you go into debt.
It increases over time. So I think it starts off at 150 or 160 or something like that.
Okay. 150.
I'm trying to recall. You start at 150, and then you can only start lending after 2 minutes.
Mm.
But the thing is, every time you lend, they take away 50 gold from you. So it's a good idea to, if you're gonna lend, make sure you maximize that 150 use.
Okay.
Like, make sure you maximize all of that 150 by control ward if you have to.
Okay.
Because magical footwear and minion dematerializer aren't really that great on Ezreal.
Yeah.
So you're better off just and just building your tier of the goddess a lot faster. So it lets you recall a lot faster to buy your tier. So futures market strong.
For secondary, what should they get for Ezreal?
Secondary, sorcery. Most likely. You most likely get the
Mana flow.
Mana flow, yeah, mana flow band helps you in. The thing is, Ezreal's really mana hungry, so the more mana you can have in lane, the more you can poke, the more you can stay in lane. Because the thing with biscuit delivery is that it also increases your maximum mana by 40 every time you eat a biscuit.
Yeah.
So that's like an additional 40, like 160 mana.
Yeah.
By running biscuit delivery, so it's really good on Ezreal.
All right. Then aside from mana flow band, what's the next one?
And the thing is, if you run kleptomancy and biscuit delivery, you know how you can get biscuits from kleptomancy. It's also increase your mana by an additional 40.
That's nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you get Scorch as your second one?
Yes, most likely Scorch. You pick up Scorch for the extra poke in lane.
Alright, so to the Ezreal mains out there, or even if you're not an Ezreal main, I highly recommend you try this anyway, because I've tried it and it's pretty fun. So that's Kleptomancy, Biscuit Delivery, Futures Market, Cosmic Insight, and then for the sorcery on the secondary route, you get the Mana Flow Band and the Scorch. Alright, so that's Ezreal so far. Now, what's the next AD carry that we can cover?
Then I guess we can group together all the press the attack users, because the page is kind of the same.
Okay.
So that would be Tristana. Pretty much almost everyone falls into this category. So I think Tristana, Vayne, I'd say Kalista, Lucian, Caitlyn, Xayah. Alright, so basically almost every single AD carry you can think of.
Yeah.
Alright, so here I'll name the exceptions. So Ezreal is best on Kleptomancy. Yeah. Jhin is best on
Airy.
Jin's probably best on Comet or Airy.
Okay.
Same thing with Misfortune. Misfortune, Comet or Airy is also the way to go. And then for press the attack, for lethal tempo is probably best on, from the top of my mind, maybe Kog'Maw, Varus, anything with on-hit modifiers.
Okay.
So other than that, do you still run? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so maybe Kalista can also benefit from lethal tempo, but generally, footwork is really bad, and you should avoid taking that.
Don't touch
explain to us why fleet footwork is bad.
Fleet footwork is really bad. It's just not as strong as the movement speed you get from, I believe it was Warlord. Did Warlord?
It's the same. It's actually
more same, but the thing is, the damage on press the attack, the damage on press the attack is just so high.
Okay.
Because you're doing, like at level 1, once you get those 3 hits, it's 30 extra damage on every single hit, and you get 12% extra damage from. It does 30 bonus damage on your 3rd hit, and then they take 12% increased damage from all sources. So this applies to your support as well. So it really helps with the trades.
All right.
So most of the time, press the attack is the way to go.
Okay.
And like if we were to make the attack page, I guess it'd look something like, we'll obviously get press the attack. You'd also get for the secondary tree, I guess you'd also get Triumph. Yeah, Triumph. The 15% health helps a lot, especially champion like Tristana, where you get the resets. And then you'd want either Bloodline or Alacrity is all good, because the thing is, a lot of AD carries don't really build Bloodline. Like, I'm still not sure whether I prefer Alacrity or Bloodline, because 10 stacks of Alacrity is 18% attack speed, right? But think if you take up
Bloodline, you get 8.
you get 8% lifesteal.
Yeah.
The thing is, most AD carries don't really build lifesteal. They go like most AD carries, they'll build Shiv, Rapid Fire Cannon, IE, and then they don't really get lifesteal anywhere in their builds. Having the 9%, considering you don't get lifesteal from your runes anymore or Warlord's Bloodlust, helps a lot. So that's what I kind of like. So I prefer Bloodline personally.
Okay. So that's Bloodline. And then for the last, which should they grab?
For the final one, coup de grace. Like the damage is just really strong.
Are there
It adds up.
Are there any situations where you would get cut down in last stand? Or are they considered not so great?
Last stand is bad.
Like cut down maybe if you're against like a Cho'Gath tank comp, like Cho'Gath Gragas comp with a Galio mid.
Okay.
Like maybe you might want to consider getting cut down there, but last stand isn't that great.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to ruin that incentivizes
low health.
You being low on HP.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, especially if you're an AD carry.
All right, so coup de grace is, and then for secondary tree.
And then secondary tree. The thing is, alright. So this is where all the AD carries that I've listed that fall under this lethal tempo. I press the attack build. Vary because.
Okay.
For example, Tristana is probably better off running sorcery, where you get the mana flow bind.
Okay.
And stuff like that.
Mana flow band.
Yeah, and then like maybe, for example, let's say Twitch or like even Twitch, huh? Like I'm trying to think of champions where like domination is also a good option for secondary tree for a lot of AD carries.
Okay. Let's give a hypothetical AD
I
carry
don't
then.
think
Like,
all right, hypothetical.
like let's say
go with
Vayne,
maybe
the favorite AD carry Vayne. What would she go for?
Alright, if you're running Vayne, then I feel like domination is your best bet. You get the eyeball collector.
Okay.
And then you get something like, you get eyeball collector, and then possibly the sudden impact count. I think the tumble counts as a.
I think that counts as a
I think,
dash.
Yeah, it does count.
Yeah.
I believe so. Sudden impact is actually really strong on Vayne.
Okay.
Especially when you combine that with the attack.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so sudden impact eyeball collection for Vayne. How about Caitlyn?
Yeah. Vayne can also run away with getting lethal tempo, so it's a couple options for Vayne.
Yeah. All right.
But then, like, I guess when you're trying to determine whether which one to take, you really need to just look at your team composition and look at the enemy team composition. Like, if you're gonna be able to just constantly attack the enemies without being afraid of dying, then you might want to take lethal tempo, because like if you look at the damage graph, someone standing still, like if you just have two champions standing still, one of them has lethal tempo and one of them has press the attack, the one with lethal tempo is always going to do more damage.
Yeah,
it's just that it's really hard to get to the point where you're constantly able to use that 30%, 80% bonus attack speed.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so aside from Vayne, what other champion? Maybe I think someone requested Xayah earlier. How would you create a page for Xayah?
For Xayah, some people like lethal tempo, but I feel like press the attack is always the way to go.
Okay.
Because the thing with Xayah is that once you get the snare down, usually you rely on the rest of your team to help out, your support to help out.
Okay.
You can run sorcery, to be honest, on Xayah, because a lot of people don't like domination tree, where you get something like Scorch to help with your Q poke.
Okay.
And then you can also run something like Celerity.
Okay.
You're pretty fast. The 4% movement speed adds up over time.
Okay. So that's for
like,
but for Xayah, the precision tree, does it go down the same way? Suppress the attack, triumph, bloodline, and then coup de grace?
Yeah, press the attack. Yeah, it's usually the same thing. Triumph is always good to go. Bloodline, then coup de grace.
Okay. And then sorcery, you've got celerity and scorch. Okay. What's a very different AD carry? Something. I wonder.
Let's run Misfortune.
Oh, there.
You want
Misfortune.
Jhin or Misfortune?
Oh wait, yeah. Let's start with Jhin. I think someone requested Jhin
Alright.
in the chat earlier.
Alright, yeah. Alright, so Jhin, you can either run Airy or Comet.
Okay.
Some people like Comet because once you land the W, it's a guaranteed the Comet hit.
Well, yeah.
Airy's a lot more like Comet does more damage, I believe, but Airy's a lot more reliable. But the thing with Jhin is that you can't really spam your Q. And like I think Jin's one of the few champions where Comet's actually better than Airy because even though the cooldown on Comet is a bit longer, it's not something you can really you can't really spam your skills and make use of Airy on Jhin.
Oh, okay.
So because of that, Comet's better since most of the time you're using a skill on Jhin, it's when you can lock them down with your W.
That's true.
So I'd run something like Comet. Mana flow band.
Okay.
Like Jhin sometimes even run Doran's ring for the mana regen, so having the extra mana generation is really strong.
Alright.
For the third one, there's a couple options, I guess. You could run.
Actually, yeah, all of these look pretty good on Jhin.
Yeah, all of them are pretty strong on Jhin. Celerity helps a bit with since like you get the bonus movement speed, but the thing is you're reloading when you have the bonus movement speed. Transcendence of course also helps 10% cooldown reduction. You like a lot of the lethality items also give cooldown reduction, so you might get to a point in the game where you're making use of the bonus damage from Transcendence.
Yeah.
And then Absolute Focus, you're fairly healthy most of the time as an AD carry, so Absolute Focus is also an option. And then obviously for the last one, Scorch is always the best option.
Alright.
Gathering Storm is pretty useless. I don't think you want your games to be going on that long. And Water Walking isn't exactly AD carry.
Yeah. Alright, how about for secondary for Jhin?
For secondary Jhin, I think that's when you run Precision, you get Triumph or something like that.
Ah, okay. Triumph and then...
Yeah, that's when you get Triumph and Coup de Grace.
Ah, okay. Oh, yeah, that will be good. So this would count for the ult too. So for the Jhin mains out there, if you guys have been running other pages, this might be good. So Arcane Comet, that's Arcane Comet, Mana Flow Band, Transcendence, Scorch, and then you've got Precision, that's Triumph, and then Coup de Grace. Alright, so I think we've covered a pretty good amount of AD carries, so I'll just save this page. I'll call this one Jhin. And let's move on to Neep's favorite role, his home role. So that's support. And let me just open my support role.
Right.
There you go. So how should we start this one, man?
So I guess we'll start with like 4 categories. We'll start with like the weird ones like Sona and Leona. Because the thing with alright, so actually if we do like Sona and Leona, you probably cover everything in regards to what you can run as a support.
Okay.
Because for Sona, you can run the traditional mage page where you run Airy.
Okay.
Like so this Airy page applies to pretty much any mage support you can think of.
Okay.
Nami, Zyra,
Karma.
Any single mage support. Lulu, Karma. So you can run this page pretty much on any one of those champions.
Okay.
Anything that does magic damage as a support, running this page is okay. You can Janna as well. Janna falls under this category. Soraka falls under this category. So this is where you run Airy. You get mana flow band because a lot of the support spells are really high cost in mana.
Yeah.
And then you'd run Transcendence most of the time.
Ooh, okay.
Transcendence most of the time. The 10% is really valuable. And then for Scorch, then you'd pick up the Scorch as your final one.
Yeah.
And then for the secondary tree, it's always Inspiration. I don't think there's like for most mages, I don't think there's a reason to run anything else. Yeah, Inspiration seems like the way to go. Cosmic Insight for sure.
Okay.
Giving you the 5% on your items, your summoner spells, your max cooldown reduction, and your, just the regular 5%. And then I actually like magical footwear for support pages because the extra movement speed you get from magical footwear actually adds up when you go to roam.
Yeah.
And it helps you prioritize building other items like as a support. Like you don't have to worry about your boots. So
yeah.
even though it's not cost efficient, I think it's efficient in regards to its utility.
All right, so
that's
all mage supports, to all the people who play mage supports out there, that's Summon Airy, Mana Flow Band, you've got Transcendence, and Scorch, of course, for the Harass, and then that's Inspiration for the secondary route. You've got Magical Footwear and Cosmic Insight. All right, so aside from the mages...
So that's applicable. Yeah. So we can move on to the tanks, and I think the tanks kind of vary, because there's both Guardian and Aftershock are pretty good on most tanks.
All right, so solve.
I think ideally, if you can run Guardian, then Guardians be the way to go. To be honest. So like let's say we are gonna start with let's make a Guardian page. So
okay.
For Guardian, I'd probably put this under Taric and Braum.
Okay.
Like Taric, Braum, you can run this on Rakann. The thing with Rakann is you can run either Airy, Guardian, or Aftershock on him and do perfectly fine.
Okay. So that's Taric, Braum, Rakann.
So, and I can't think of any other champions that would use Guardian in the support role.
Okay.
Maybe I'm missing something.
So guard allies.
Possibly.
Okay.
Like possibly. I don't. Like Tahm Kench is okay with Guardian as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything tanky, anything that has a way to just like assist and your ally works really well.
All right then.
So for the Guardian page, it's always gonna be Guardian. Font of Life. Font of Life is basically the old. I forgot the name of the rune.
What was that?
Was it Bond of Stone?
Yeah.
Urge of...
I think it was Bond of Stone.
Yeah. I don't recall the name, but something along those lines. So Font of Life is basically that. And then the thing is, Iron Skin is actually really good.
Okay.
For the bot lane, because you're against an AD carry, and the thing is the extra health, the healing from your Targon's Embrace or your Relic Shield procs Iron Skin.
Okay.
So you can use that. You can time that to trade, to go for your trades.
All right.
And then, depending on whether or not your champion has a heal or not, it's either second win or the... I can't recall the name of
There's Revitalize and Overgrowth.
I believe it's... Let me check. Revitalize, yeah. So for Braum, since Braum doesn't have any heals or shields, second win.
Okay.
For like everyone else, Taric, Rakann, Revitalize is the way to go.
All right. And then for secondary.
And secondary, that's when you'd probably run again Inspiration.
Okay.
You get the Cosmic Insight boots.
Okay.
Or the Future Market is an option as well.
Okay. All right. So
like Inspiration will always be your secondary.
Okay.
Oh, Tahm Kench. If you're running Tahm Kench, it's also the same page. You just run Guardian.
Okay. All right. So for those running the Taric, Braum, Rakann, etc. tank supports, that's Guardian, Font of Life. You've got Iron Skin, Revitalize, and then for the secondary route, that's Inspiration. You've got Magical Footwear and Cosmic Insight, which also applies to the mage supports that we covered earlier.
Oh, and something with Tahm Kench is that you can actually run. Some people have been running Glacial Augment since a lot of the runes for Tahm Kench are pretty bad. But so some people actually pick up Glacial Augment, and then it just kind of helps you. Once you get in range, you use Q to close the distance, and then your auto attack with Glacial Augment, just make sure that they stick to you.
Yeah.
So you can like build up stacks and then eventually eat them.
Okay. So let's build a hypothetical then. If you were going to go Tahm Kench with Glacial Augment, how would you finish it?
Hypothetical. Biscuit Delivery is probably the best one.
All right.
In the Inspiration tree. You don't really need a stopwatch and Hex Flashes. Hextech Flash Traption is terrible because it tells the
actually, yeah. Could you explain this?
Available.
Could you explain? I've never seen it in action before. The Hextech Flash Traption.
No, so you hold it. The thing is, there are some possible cheese things. Like it lets you go for interesting gank paths even though your flash is down. Like you can flash over the Raptor Pit.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the thing that really bothers me, especially if you're playing competitive, is that when a Hextech Flash is available, the summoner spell on the scoreboard changes to the blue one, so the enemy team knows exactly when your flash is down and when it's up again.
Okay.
So I tend to avoid Hextech because of that.
Okay, that's interesting. All right.
Yeah, and then you can run Futures Market or Boots for Tahm Kench.
Okay.
Futures Market helps building items, and then we've already explained what both of those do.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, Celestial Body, depending on the matchup, you can actually opt to go for Celestial Body instead of Cosmic Insight. Actually, for the Janna page, I mentioned how, we mentioned the Airy page, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And how you'd usually run Magical Footwear and Cosmic Insight. I actually run Celestial Body instead of Cosmic Insight for Janna.
Okay.
Because she doesn't really have any. She doesn't have any spells that do damage, and at the same time, her laning phase is really weak. Like she has one of the weakest laning phases in the game.
Yeah.
So if you get Celestial Body, it helps quite a bit.
Okay. And then for the secondary, how would Tahm Kench finish this one out?
You can actually run Resolve, to be honest, on Tahm Kench.
All right.
As a secondary, you can get Font of Life.
Okay.
Because if you get Font of Life, it's extremely reminiscent of what's it called? It's reminiscent of the old setup.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Where, yeah, the old setup where you'd get I think it's Bond of Stone. I can't recall the exact name, and then you get Second Wind.
Okay. Second Wind.
So yeah, that's a pretty interesting Tahm Kench page you can explore.
All right. So is there any other support
then
that
for
we should cover though?
Yeah, I guess Alistar is one Alistar and Nautilus are ones where you'd run Aftershock. I think it's basically the same
Okay.
the same thought process for all the other ones. It's just that you run Aftershock instead as your primary keystone.
Okay.
And then something that is interesting, if you want to climb solo queue, once the season starts as support, you can run Leona with Press the Attack.
Oh, okay. Let's cover that page. So precision, press the attack. So that's press the attack on Leona.
So, because the thing is, once you proc press the attack, it increases the damage for your AD carry as well, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thought process behind press the attack. Kind of like how people are running Fervor on Leona. Before in the old meta. So for that, you'd run press the attack. You'd get Triumph.
Okay.
Because you're constantly looking for kills, and since you're in the front line, you want to get that health every time to stay in the fight. You get Legend Tenacity for the tenacity every time you get the kill, so you're a lot more tankier. And then you'd get Coup de Grace just to help out finish off. And then for the next tree, you can run you can run Resolve or Inspiration.
Okay.
Some people like to run Domination. Yeah.
So that's Resolve or Inspiration. For Resolve, what would you get for secondary? Font of Life and Second Wind?
For Resolve?
Yeah.
Yeah, Font of Life, and then Second Wind usually.
Okay. All right, so that's a pretty interesting page for those who want to try out this one. This is Leona. This is a Leona page. That's Press the Attack, Triumph, Legend Tenacity, Coup de Grace, and then you got Font of Life and Second Wind. All right, is there any support you think we should cover, or?
Other than that, I think that's it.
Right.
A lot of people like Kleptomancy on the support pages, but I personally don't think it's that great.
All right, so now aside from wait, is there a request?
Oh no, it's fine.
All right.
Just, go ahead.
All right, so now we go on to this overall discussion though. Let's talk about what you guys think, both you, Iko and Neep, what you guys think is generally overpowered and underpowered. So maybe we should go with underpowered first, since that's more boring. So what is generally lame in regards to the current rune system? I think we've covered some of them though.
Yeah, so Fleet Footwork is lame.
Fleet of Footwork.
Dark Harvest is lame.
Dark Harvest, where is that?
Phase Rush is also... That's under Domination. A lot of people thought it'd be really good, but it's lame.
Who ideally, if this was actually a good thing, who would run this?
What?
Does Elise run Electrocute?
Dark Harvest.
Or
yes.
Yeah, Elise runs Electrocute. You want someone that can farm fast in the jungle and then get a lot of kills with high kill pressure.
Ideally, the only thing that comes to mind for that is Shyvana, but Shyvana's not really in a good spot right now.
Yeah,
All right.
like it's awkward right now. Shaco, something like that. Like I'm not sure. But right now
Shaco's
it's just
really bad also.
it just does really a lot less damage compared to electrocute most of the time, so it's not worth touching.
All right. So that's Fleet of Footwork sucks. Dark Harvest sucks. What else sucks?
I feel like Ghost Boros kind of sucks.
Ghost Paro. Where is that? Ghost Paro.
Domination.
Domination. Ghost Paro.
I was just talking about
there.
keystones.
When you enter a brush, a Poro appears. It'll stay. Oh yeah, I haven't tried this ever, but that's
It's pretty
interesting.
lackluster, and I feel like Zombie Ward is also pretty lackluster. I don't know. I'm still not sure. What do you think, David, about Zombie Ward?
I like it if you're roaming. It adds a lot of extra vision on the map that you otherwise wouldn't have. It's something I might consider, because the thing is, I really like Igneous Hunter as my. Sometimes I'll take Igneous Hunter as my secondary. Like I'll go into Domination just for Igneous Hunter. And then when I take Igneous Hunter, I'll get Zombie Ward to complement it.
Okay.
Because like Igneous Hunter is actually really fun to use. There's a really cool strategy you can do with that.
Do you run this like on supports a lot?
Alright, because the thing with Igneous Hunter, right, is unique takedowns grant permanent active item cooldown reduction.
Yeah.
So if you run that and you fully stack that and you run a Ruby Sightstone coupled with Inspiration Tree, Cosmic Insight, that gives you 65% cooldown reduction on your items.
Ooh.
So that means your red trinket has a 50% uptime.
Wow.
Like the cooldown is extremely short on your red trinket. Also, if you buy like so of course like your redemption's on a short cooldown, your locket of the Iron Slurry is on a small cooldown. But something that's really fun to do is with ZZ Rot Portal, you can have 2 ZZ Rot Portals up at
Oh
the
my
same
god,
time
that's cool.
because of the 65% cooldown reduction. Yeah, so that's something I've been playing with a lot.
All right, that's interesting. So if you were gonna go support, then
Yeah.
So you've got the what is this
It's
Ingenious
not
Hunter.
something I'd recommend doing, but if you're just looking to do something fun as a support,
All
Yeah.
right. So that's Ingenious Hunter, Zombie Ward,
Right.
Cosmic Insight. I'll probably try that sometime. All right. So we've covered the sucky stuff. How about the OP stuff? So are there things that in the current rune system are currently too powerful and you guys think should be nerfed?
Airy, for one.
Airy.
Aerie is
All
really
right.
strong. Oh.
Actually, we can probably show them because Neep linked this thing. It's on the board of NA League of Legends. I'll show you guys on the screen right now. They're having a discussion, and in the link, which you guys can see on the screen right now, what do you call this? Where is it? Strong Keystones. Aftershock, Guardian, and Summon Airy being ones we're watching particularly closely. So do you guys agree that these three in general are pretty overpowered?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Okay.
I'm kind of on the fence with Zombie Ward. I feel like it should have a gold bounty, an EXP bounty. It's too broken. It gives 1 minute of vision with no
Oh, I
downside.
thought you said you didn't. Okay.
No, I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
it's strong or weak. Cause like the weak thing about it is if you get multiple wards in one brush, it doesn't really do much, right? But I feel like it should give. I feel like it's too strong that it gives you 1 minute of free vision, and the enemies, if they take it down, or they have to take it down, they don't get anything out of it.
Hmm. All
Because
right.
like even Farsight wards have EXP and gold penalty, so I think it should probably be the same for zombie wards. But then again, it's not that strong where you can use it all the time. Yeah, that's why I'm on the fence with it.
Yeah. All right. So that's Airy, Guardian, Aftershock. Is there anything else that you guys think is too OP right now? What else did we go through? Oh, in general, you guys recommend press the attack over lethal tempo, right? Usually for AD carries.
Yeah.
Okay. But does that mean that
I think it's not
it's not really about
It's not
being
press
OP.
the attack being strong. It's lethal tempo and fleet footwork being bad.
Okay. So these two are underpowered. If you guys were to change them, how would you change them? Or would you just have a totally different
I think
rune altogether?
lethal tempo is an interesting concept. I think if you could extend the duration of lethal tempo, like if I don't know, maybe by getting a kill or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd
It
be
might
nice.
be it'd be a nice change. And then for fleet footwork, they just need to increase the numbers on the skill on the rune because it's just really low.
Okay.
It's like
it's
it's really bad
weaker.
stats.
It's a weaker warlords because it's a flat.
Yeah,
you heal for a flat amount, not life steal anymore. So it doesn't really. Scale
Yeah, it should be lifesteal and the movement speed's okay, but the healing from fleet footwork is just really bad.
All right. So we've covered some of the OP stuff. Now I think we've covered some of the experimental stuff though. What like if you guys would recommend pages for fun, like if people are just looking to gimmick around, do you guys know of like special rune pages for like experimental builds?
I feel Klepto. I feel Bank Plank fits there.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't
Could you
play
go through that
Bank
then?
Plank in a real game. It's just basically the Klepto Gangplank.
All right.
I feel like it's more of a for fun build compared to an actual thing that you'd play in a ranked game.
All right. So that's Klepto Gangplank. We also covered the Press the Attack Leona earlier, which you guys might want to try out. What else is there? I think that's it so far for experimental pages. And yeah, wait, let me see the chat right now.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that still wants to request? Oh yes. Oh, how could we end this stream without covering Yasuo? So how would you guys build a Yasuo page?
Press the attack.
Okay.
The thing is, Yasuo is a lot weaker now since he doesn't have fervor anymore. Like a lot of champions got hit really hard by losing fervor. There's not really a nice substitute for fervor.
Okay. So how would you build
Like
Press the Attack?
you'd run something like press the attack, maybe even like overhealed to be honest.
Okay.
Triumph is okay. Like Triumph is good. Yasuo has a decent amount of healing. I don't know. Like I guess Triumph. I think you can default to Triumph.
All right.
The thing is, Presence of Mind is really underwhelming. So there's really never a reason to take Presence of Mind. The only reason I could see taking Presence of Mind is Kassadin, because you know how Kassadin's Rift Walk, right?
Yeah.
Like it stacks up. The mana stacks up. So at 4 cast, like at max stacks, the like that really eats through your mana. So then imagine every time you get a kill, your Rift Walks wouldn't consume your mana.
Yeah.
So that'd let you stay in the fight for a lot longer.
I guess so. That would be nice. So
So,
either
like,
Triumph
that's
or
only
Overkill.
Yeah, most likely Triumph.
Okay.
And then Legend Alacrity. Maybe Tenacity is good on Yasuo as well. But if you're like going true Yasuo style, like Yasuo main style, then you might want to go. Yeah, you might want to go Alacrity for the true Yasuo experience.
All right.
And then Coup de Grace just to help.
And then for
And
secondary.
then for Domination, Sudden Impact is really strong.
Okay.
Like since you've got you have a dash on a 1 second cooldown.
Yeah, that's true.
And then maybe Ravenous Hunter to give you healing, give you a bit of sustain.
Okay. Unique takedowns grant permanent healing from ability damage. Oh, that's quite nice. All right. So for the Yasuo mains out there on the chat, that's Press the Attack, Triumph, Legend Alacrity, Coup de Grace, and then for secondary, that's Sudden Impact and Ravenous Hunter. All right. So, what else? What else should we talk about? Oh, so looking at, how has this whole rune system affected the meta overall, though? Like you guys were mentioning, Yasuo got a lot weaker, but in the big picture, like how does the meta look now with this whole change?
It's a lot more snowbally. Like the thing is, a lot of champions lost their base resistances. Usually, you'd see champions run magic resist and like thing is people would get like flat health, flat magic resist, flat armor in their runes, right? In the old meta. And then there was a lot of free stats. Like the thing with this is that you're losing a lot of free stats in this new meta. So people are a lot squishier. They don't have as much resistances. And it does add up. It makes it a lot easier to die. Like I'm sure you've noticed, like your games have been a lot more kill heavy.
Yeah.
So that is something.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Iko? How do you think the meta's looking with the rune system changes?
I think it's still the same for me. I think it's still the same. Bot lane's probably at a better spot because it's not that Ardent reliant anymore.
Yeah,
But
like, I'm
for top lane,
Ardent.
it's the same. Mid lane's still healthy. Jungle's healthier now.
I think jungle's the only one that got really changed meta-wise, because top
Yeah.
lane still tanks for the most part.
Mm.
A lot of people think that bruisers, like, I think when the meta started, a lot of people thought that Irelia, Renekton, and stuff were gonna be really strong and just like be OP in the meta, but it's kind of settled to a more tank-oriented meta with like Maokai, Ornn, Cho'Gath being OP, Shen,
Okay.
and then for junglers, it just made assassin junglers a lot more stronger. So Elise is really good, Kha'Zix is really good right now,
Okay.
and stuff like Sejuani kind of struggles a bit.
So would you guys recommend
That's
tank junglers at all for the current system?
you're gonna have a hard time. I think you're gonna have a hard time.
Is that because Resolve, as a general rune page, is it not nice enough to tank junglers?
Resolve isn't like, yeah, it's not that great for tank junglers. It doesn't really help you clear.
Oh yeah.
And something that's interesting is that they really restricted the champions that can actually jungle in this current meta because you can't put armor in your rune pages anymore. Like, they compensated by giving some certain champions increased armor
Yeah.
to help them with their jungling. That kind of restricts the pool. But I don't know, we've been seeing a lot of Tristana. Like, the thing is, there have been new junglers popping up. Tristana jungle is actually okay right now.
Yeah. As someone's asking,
Yeah.
how about Lee Sin? Lee Sin still looks pretty good right now, right?
Lee Sin's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Sin's
you play
okay.
him as an assassin sometimes. It's still the same. You play him as an assassin or as an off tank.
How did we build a page for Lee Sin? I think we did, right? We went something like
Yeah, we built
Electrocute,
the electrocute.
Sudden
yeah.
Impact, Eyeball Collection. We went Relentless Hunter, and then what was the secondary page we built for Lee Sin?
Sorcery, ultimate hat, then
Ah,
water
Right, Water
walker, I think.
Yeah. So to Jan Raphael 8. Yeah, Lee Sin's still good. You can just run this page, Electrocute, then Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection, Relentless Hunter, Ultimate Hat, and Water Walking. All right, so what else?
I think it's just add on the Lee Sin.
Hmm.
Lee Sin's harder to play now because the jungle's less forgiving. Because all of the current junglers now are technically stronger at counter jungling compared to you. You have Kha'Zix, you have Elise, you have all of these things. So
Yeah.
not useful for climbing unless you're a really good decent player. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I think we've covered most of the stuff. Just additional stuff. So if you guys are looking for more resources of where you can find some pages, just to as a guide to help you guys get started. So one thing you can search, which I'll probably pull up right now on the stream, is if you guys don't know him, Last Shadow actually recently created a crap load of rune pages for all champions. So that's 500 plus rune pages. Wait, let me see if I can pull it up. There it is. All right, so it's actually on YouTube right now. I'll post the resources on my Facebook page just so you guys can see this one. So yeah, he made pages for all champions. Yeah, you'll see it in the show more description. There's for every single champion down the line. So this might be able to help you guys if you're looking for a nice startup guide. If you guys also don't know, our local players, I believe Light and Kinzon both made like an album of pages of stuff of different champion rune pages. So you guys can also check out other Facebook pages. How about you, Iko and Neep? Do you guys go anywhere? Do you have any resources to share for guides and stuff?
I just look at OPGG really.
Okay.
I don't really have any specific sites that I use.
All right.
Yeah, like you can find a lot of resources on YouTube about their thought process, and then you can see if it's a perfect fit or not.
All right. So I think we've covered this, and I believe it's also time to finish the raffle. Wait, let me review how to do that again. Let me see first how many people overall joined. Let me see. Oh wow, Neep joined.
Oh, neat.
I was just
saw
testing it. I was testing it if the raffle was working.
Total number.
Are you sure,
And,
David?
yeah, apparently the raffle works, so that's good to see.
So that's 21 people in the raffle right now. Last minute, guys, if you guys want to join, just type ! raffle. I'm about to close this one. How do you close it? There it is. Raffle close. All right, I'm closing it in 3, 2, 1, and there. All right, so I've closed it. Let's see our 3 winners for the mystery gifts that I'll be giving away. Raffle user list. Okay, I'm gonna draw 3 names now. And if Neep's name is drawn, I will not count that.
Yeah,
It's just originally he was
of
just
course,
testing,
yeah,
guys. He's just testing.
roll it. I
Alright.
was testing the functionality.
All right, let's see. Oh, all right. So that's one name. Here's another one, and another one. All right. Let me take a screenshot of this. All right. So congrats to the following. That's wait. I have to save this screenshot. X Fainira. That's Steinway PH and Nona blank blank blank. I won't read your name all out, but yeah, you guys won mystery gifts, so congratulations to you guys. I'll be sending this one ASAP. And also again, in case the winners or the people who are watching didn't catch it, the winner of my Zoe giveaway is, where is he? This guy. So I believe his name is Leo. Yeah. Oh no, Geo Lake DLC. I believe that's it. But I'll post it up on my page as well, just so you guys can see the winner. And I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you very much to Neep and Eco for joining us tonight and for sharing all of their insights about all of the changes with the rune system. I hope you guys were able to learn something. And also, don't be afraid to, what do you call this? Comment or message on my page if you guys want to ask for some more guides on, asking for guides on what rune pages would go well for certain champions. I'll post also the sources that I showed earlier, just so you guys have some help. Again, thanks Neep and Eco. You guys have some final words to give to our viewers before we sign out.
David, go first.
Go ahead.
You go ahead. No, you first.
Kahiyaan pa.
Save the best for last.
Alright. Wow. Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, thanks guys for sticking around. There's a lot of people who stayed all the way through.
Yeah.
I haven't really been. I've been pretty behind the scenes. Well, not really behind the scenes. I've just been off the radar recently. Haven't really been casting or playing. But 2018. Keep an eye out for 2018.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good year. You're gonna see a lot more of me.
Nice.
You can check me out on Facebook right here.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That's
all I've got to say.
I'll post Neep's link on the exit announcement later. All right, Eco, how about you?
My Facebook page is like.
For me, just follow me on Twitch.
Right.
And you can like my Facebook page. That's pretty much it.
All right, I'll post the links to Eco's page and his Twitch as well, so you guys can follow him. As for me, again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. To everyone who joined my recent giveaway, and to the guys who joined this stream, to Neep and to Eco, which we owe very much for their time. They actually have practice right after this, so yeah, good luck with your practice, guys. And to all the 34, actually, we had a max of like 50 something people
like
watching.
50 something.
Yeah, so to everyone who came by, even if it was just for a while, and to everyone who stayed literally the whole time, you guys know who you are. Thank you so much for sticking around. Hopefully I'll get to stream again soon. I know I was gone for quite a while. You can blame school, but school won't stop me, so I'm here again now. Hopefully I'll be able to bring out some more content for you guys. And there's the link to Iconiq's Twitch. It's on the chat right now from Doya.
Thanks, Doya.
Yeah, twitch.tv/xiconic. You guys can follow him as well. And then I'll be posting Neep's Facebook page as well. So again, thank you for joining us, guys. We'll see you guys next time, hopefully with us casting or on the analyst desk. Good night, guys, and thank you for joining.
Bye. Good night.